but will it keep the whole family entertained? Here's Tara McNamara.
Tara McNamara.
Tara McNamara.
Is that good for you?
Welcome back to Dailies. To our Reels in the Round segment, we get the views of the experts about the very latest in movie news. Today, I'm joined by Variety's reporter on Sirius Satellite Radio. It's Tara McNamara.
Let's move on to the Cannes Film Festival, which we've been reporting about all week. This year has a more political bent to it. You've got Michael Moore's Sicko. You've got Leonardo DiCaprio's 11th Hour. Ocean's 13 trying to raise money for Darfur. All good things, all very worthy causes. Do you think that mainstream audiences will go see these movies?
Well, I think right now, the country's psyche is interested in it. When Fahrenheit 9/11 was released, not so much. You know, it wasn't necessarily a message people were wanting to receive then. But now, the tide has turned, and so people are feeling more in tune with that. Plus, if you look at the people who are out there with these movies, Leonardo DiCaprio, Michael Moore, Brad Pitt, and George Clooney, these are people who have always been politically active, regardless. They're just finding that
it seems like they've stepped it up even more. It seems like, especially after the Oscars, this is now a fad. It's cool. We're green. We're this. We're that. Does that help with the actual marketing of the movie?
Well, it's the inconvenient truth effect.
Right.
You know, which every award show has been a praise fest for Al Gore. So,
right.
You know, they have the opportunity to do it. Cannes is the biggest marketplace to get attention worldwide. I have to say, from the kids' angle, being a parent reviewer, no kid should see this movie, but it's hysterical. Every adult should see this movie. It is so fun. And I felt like you get such a perspective into Guy Town, you know, as a woman. Like, ooh, is that what goes on? Is that what you guys say?
She's wearing these tight white pants with this black G-string. And you can see right through the pants, man. It was so sweet.
Jonah Hill is not your typical leading man, but I think gets so many big laughs in this, and also a big heart. Is this helpful to his career?
If I had a movie, I would definitely cast him in it. I mean,
really? Why?
Yeah, because he was so fun to watch, and he just had his own perspective and point of view that he brought to the character. I mean, yes, is he playing Seth Rogen? Of course he is, and you can see that when you start thinking about Seth Rogen. But you know, he also reminded me of a young Jack Black.
Now, starting tomorrow, they'll be packing theaters for Enchanted. The question is, will the whole family enjoy Disney's latest fairy tale? Here's Tara McNamara from KidsPickFlix.com, a website that she runs with her kids, Cole and Riley.
Mike, this movie, Enchanted, is so much fun. It's so clever. And when my family and I went to the Edwards Valencia Grand Palace, we were looking forward to seeing how Disney could combine animation with live action, and it works seamlessly. I absolutely loved the G-rated Enchanted. Spoofing the Disney princess movies as a Disney princess movie is so incredibly clever. Both you and your kids will laugh out loud. Hey Mike, Nicole and I found that Evan Almighty is the ultimate family flick.
It's pretty good.
Well, it appeals to both adults and children, and it makes you feel that anyone could do something mighty if they just believe. Lots of extras were used in this video that takes place in a movie theater, but if some of them in the back few rows look a little less lively, it's because they're blow-up dolls. A company that specializes in blow-up dolls for movie sets brought them in to fill the seats, and then throughout the day their wigs had to be adjusted and their bodies had to be reinflated. There's probably about 50 jokes in there somewhere, but it is a family show here at MWL, so we're just gonna get right to it. It could be perceived that you're taking a few jabs at some fellow country artists with the song Celebrity. So what is the perception there?
Well, they're a little angry, a couple of them.
What do you do when you catch someone red-handed? Do you give them another chance, or do you just throw them out like yesterday's coffee grinds?
It would depend what I caught them doing, I think. Mm-hmm. You know? I think guys have a tendency to give, I don't know, actually I don't know if they're very good at giving second chances, but we want second chances.
Well, sure,
and
who
third
doesn't?
chances.
Well, that's kind of a double standard, don't you think?
Well, not from our perspective. You know.
What is the extent of your devotion to Kenny Chesney other than wearing these shirts?
Oh, we go to his concerts and we're part of his fan club.
Ooh, part of the fan club. That's cool. Has anybody had a Kenny encounter?
I've petted his boot.
You patted his boot. Did you feel any magical force with that?
I felt the connection.
You know.
Look great.
Well, thank you. So do
You're
you.
welcome.
We have the same hair. Has anybody noticed that?
You don't have a mullet. You have a mullet?
Well, not really, but
Okay.
it looks with the hat and all. All right, so this is the spring break show, and you know, looking you over, you're a Speedo guy, aren't you?
I can tell that you've been on CMT.com looking at the pictures of me, haven't you?
Every day, actually,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm Tara McNamara, and you're watching CMT's ACM Nominee Report 2003. Our next 3 categories feature the newcomers who've charted their first #1s, landed opening slots on big-name tours, and earned ACM nominations in the process. We'll start with the 3 ladies competing for Top New Female Vocalist. Welcome back to CMT's Grammy Nominee Report. I'm Tara McNamara, and our look at this year's country nominees continues with another tough category: Best Male Country Vocal Performance. And there's certainly a diverse group of nominees to choose from. The category contains artists that are at completely different ends of their careers, from the legendary Johnny Cash to relative newcomers Pat Green and Joe Nichols. Let's take a closer look. Now, Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black showed off their baby Lily Pearl in a video. And, you know, the thing that makes Lily Pearl so adorable is that hair. Why is it that only babies can wear, you know, their hair all crazy like that and it looks cute, but when we do it, we just look, you know, like we have a drinking problem?
I don't know. We still try to do it, though.
I know. We keep hoping.
You're kind of pulling it off.